A 15-year-old girl is murdered, beaten to death over a few dollars. But what happened next is what makes this story unforgettable. Because her parents didn't bury her, they didn't hold a normal funeral. Instead, they tried to stop death itself. Her name was Patricia Luna Wilson. She was 15, working a quiet shift alone at a clothing store in Berkeley, California. Just a normal day, nothing unusual, until someone walked through the door and changed everything in minutes. On October 2nd, 1976, a thief entered the store. Luna was by herself, standing at the register. There were no witnesses, no warning. At some point, the robbery turned violent. The attacker grabbed a heavy credit card machine and began striking her in the head. He struck Luna again and again. Brutal, sudden, and senseless. All for what investigators later described as just a few dollars. Then the thief left, leaving a 15-year-old girl alone on the floor. Her body wouldn't be found until the next day. Her parents were devastated. Her father, Robert Anton Wilson, wasn't just any parent. He was a writer obsessed with reality, consciousness, and the nature of existence. But this wasn't philosophical, this was personal. And instead of accepting what happened, they made a decision that most people couldn't even imagine. They refused to accept her death. Not emotionally, not philosophically, literally. Instead of a traditional burial, they chose something experimental, controversial, and deeply unsettling. They had Luna's brain preserved using cryonics. Cryonics is based on a radical idea that death might not be permanent. That if you can preserve the brain, the part of you that holds your memories, your thoughts, and your identity, then maybe, just maybe, future science could bring you back. Not as a copy, not as a memory, but you. Let that sink in. They didn't preserve her whole body, just her brain. Because to them, that's where Luna still existed. Everything she was, frozen and waiting. Her father later described it as a total rejection of death, a refusal to accept that a human life could be ended. So randomly, so cheaply, that a girl could be murdered for pocket change and simply be gone forever. So instead, they chose hope, even if that hope sounded impossible. And this is where the story becomes something bigger than just a tragedy. Because Luna became one of the earliest and most talked about cases of brain-only cryonic preservation. A real-world example of a question that still hasn't been answered. If your brain survives, do you survive? Because everything we are, our memories, our personality, our identity, exists inside that 3-pound organ. So if one day science figures out how to repair damage, how to restore what has stopped, how to rebuild a body around it, what comes back? The same person or something else entirely? Somewhere today, depending on who you believe, Luna Wilson's brain may still exist. Preserved, silent, untouched by time, waiting for a future that may never arrive. And maybe the real question isn't, can we defeat death? It's, even if we can, should we?
One thing that makes forgiveness easier, and believe me, life without forgiveness ain't worth living.